We know it's going to be different. How different?
It's going to be a lot different. It's a perfect storm of sorts for the airlines because they all pretty much waived change fees in order to shore up consumer confidence. And with something as drastic as a CDC guidance that just came out, really hitting people and I think causing people to take that second look at, should I really be traveling? Is it my civic duty not to? We've even seen Delta now is extending their middle seat blocking all the way through March, which is another signal that that consumer confidence just isn't there.
So if that consumer confidence just isn't there, how exactly does it play out? Are there opportunities? Are there places we should stay away from with regard to the entire travel industry? How exactly are you advising some of your customers and people who kind of flock to you? What do you tell them about whether they should travel or not?
Yeah, no one can tell you whether you should travel. Talk to your doctor. Anytime you leave your home, you're taking a risk, right? Now, that being said, air travel is still very safe, especially if you wear a mask. Certain airlines have done a lot better than others, I think, in terms of explaining their safety. But there's amazing deals out there for people who are traveling. Dubai is a hot spot right now in a good way. South Africa, Rwanda are opened up. And, it is an opportunity for travelers to get incredible experiences in really crowded places. But it is a personal decision. Do a risk analysis for you. Yeah, it's a tough outlook for hotels and airlines, especially. There's just so much uncertainty.
All right, so we know that it's in play right now. Let's put your kind of crystal ball into effect here, Brian. As you look out into the travel season beyond this current holiday shopping and travel season, what exactly will be the key themes to watch here? I wonder whether or not there are certain things like Boeing's 737 MAX returning to service, whether there are things like a COVID vaccine that either change or modify the outlook for travel overall next year.
Yeah, I don't really think the 737 MAX, it's a great time for that to be coming back in service. That's a whole consumer branding and perception and around safety. And the last thing the aviation industry needs to do right now is explain to people outside of the pandemic why it's safe to travel. But I do believe that plane is safe. The biggest thing will be a vaccine. And when is that vaccine going to get distributed? The airlines have already done pretty much all they can do to say, hey, look, book with us. And anytime you want to cancel, we're not going to charge you. So I think it's really now just getting that vaccine and people safe enough. But I do know that the bubble's building, and talking to consumers, similar in retail where people really want to get out to the mall, there's going to be a period of revenge travel. Think of how many missed honeymoons and family trips. There will be a boom, but I don't think it's really going to happen until we see that vaccine being distributed.
Brian, we've just got a few moments left here. Let's talk about that kind of spring-loaded effect for travel. In your opinion, what part of the travel and leisure hospitality industry will see the biggest bounce back? Is it airlines? Is it hotels? Is it the cruise lines? What is it?
Well, surprisingly, the hotel stocks are not down nearly as much as airline and the cruise stocks have been. We actually, at the Points Guy, we just sent our cruise reporter, Gene Sloan, on the first Caribbean cruise to return. Unfortunately, there was an outbreak on that ship. So, the cruise industry especially has huge hurdles to jump in getting that consumer confidence back. I see the biggest upside in the leisure carriers, Spirit Airlines, Southwest, that have less international exposure. Because we see, demand for domestic travel, South Carolina, Florida, Arizona is skyrocketing. So those would be my bets right now.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.